make that knowledge valuable and easy to understand to the end user.
That's on my phone.
Sorry,
It was going
No,
earlier.
it's fine. I hope we lost it. Hopefully we got most of that. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting fight, I guess. You know, some people say there's people in the Bitcoin side just give in to ASIC and we can let it happen where there's an argument against that.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. It's fine at Bitcoin. Yeah, it's okay. But I'm not mad at Bitcoin. Yeah, or the miners.
Yeah, I think the issue is that with the privacy aspect, it's that generally like Bitmain would not be very friendly to Monero. I guess is the best way to put it. Like knowing them, their whole thing is that they would not if they like what they try to do with Bitcoin Cash. Like they tried to make that a thing simply because of their powerhouse capability. They forced people to pay them in Bitcoin Cash, which came back and bit them in the end. So
any PCB lab is still doing that.
Yeah.
All they have to do is like either you can engineer your own and just feed them the specs and they'll build them for you. Yeah. But I mean, these things are all over the world. I mean, just because Roger Ver decided that he's gonna have work that deal out with Bitmain to help Bitcoin Cash before, I mean that's pretty much where Bitmain got huge from. Yeah. But I mean, Canon's building ASICs for different applications forever and ever and ever, long before Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that I think the issue is that Monero is like no one has. Usually, like well, maybe they know better now because they know the fork will happen almost immediately. But it's generally, usually with the ASIC companies, it's easier to for Bitmain to make money. It was easier for them to sell the hardware and have other people use the electricity and take the fees off the pool. So it was,
Would it hurt to have one of these algorithms be good for ASIC? Would that be a bad thing? Would it set the hash rate limit higher?
Well, as far as Monero goes, like you're talking about making the Monero hash rate higher, or just
make the hash rate higher on one algorithm.
I'm probably not the best person to debate that, or kind of say how that goes because, with hash rate, it's kind of like how much you're making. So as a miner, you want the highest hash rate for yourself, but you hate it when everyone else has higher hash rate than you.
Yeah, but the thing is there's different hash rates. So whatever. No, I got you. It's a good conversation to have, but it's not for right this second.
Yeah, I think it's unless you're like a large-scale miner, that you would actually put in the work, have the custom stuff made. Generally, I think also people may not get back in ASICs as well because what happened was, this was $2,000 when it first came out. The rate of return was 3 months, and then Bitmain had a delay in the shipping. When they shot them, the hash rate was already too high, and then, like I said, this is $200 in eBay now. This came from a dude who spent $2,000 somewhere.
Andrew gave me that S9 to get that big brick there.
Yeah. So a lot of people got burned on these. I don't know. I think for consumer level, the future bit's probably the right direction. It's not as high as hash rate, but it's generally it's enough. That makes 30 cents a day. It's not much, but leave it on a month. I guess you're making $3. I mean, it's crypto money that you're making without dealing with an exchange or bank or paying money for it and paying the electricity company. Actually, if I had a east side wall, unfortunately I have a brick wall in my apartment. I look outside and it's like a brick wall. It's 150 watts. You can buy 200 watt solar panels and half the day just get free crypto. I don't know your rate of return. Somebody has to figure out the rate of return, but that's low enough power that somebody could just, have a faucet out back collecting free energy or something like that.
Yeah, there's a guy who does a lot of digital signage maintenance out in Vegas that has been hiding a lot of miners attempting to get signage. Because of the consumption of the screens.
Yeah, they can't tell.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the other thing about mining. If you're doing it for profit, The only people doing it for profit are now are doing it with free or very cheap electricity, and that's not something that you're gonna, especially in Philadelphia. Even out that one, was it Windfall? Windfall? Are they still there?
I haven't talked to them in a while, but
Yeah.
their facility is really big, and they were building out a lot more.
Yeah, I haven't heard, like, I went to that one convention, and then I haven't heard anything since.
Well, the only time they were around was, huh?
Where they make that?
Like Pottstown, somewhere up by the.
No, further than that.
Further than that?
They're like right, maybe the Past Harrison. But they're right, they're kind of like where 97 comes into, yeah, it's a lot of questions, Dan.
But yeah, it's like, even like in the United States, power is like really expensive. And the other thing is that people are in this mind, especially these facilities, they do it to sell immediately. Whereas if you're just like hobby mining, you could be a bag holder.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that like Windfall.
Yeah.
They have custody of a lot of people's hardware.
Yeah.
And then they also do burst mining, so you're pretty much hiring them as a trader to change what you're mining on. Which, I mean, you have a personal relationship with these guys, this company, and physical access to everything, so
Yeah.
not that sketchy. Where do I pee?
What?
I gotta pee.
Oh, Jordan. Yeah. Is the bathroom unlocked upstairs, or did you need a car? Yeah, go upstairs, and it's out here, there's an elevator to the third floor, and follow the time. But yeah. Any questions or comments? Is this still recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, keep shutting yourself off.
Which ones do these use regularly? Like, gecko?
I leave this on because it doesn't, it's like a 5-volt, like,
Yeah.
it's basically silent. This one I leave on regularly. I have been trying this, but I have to put it by the window, and where it's cold. So this, be careful, because this gets really hot. I probably shouldn't let it hit the table. This hasn't come on since I left sold my house, because I don't have anywhere to put it. So. I don't know, I just feel like I feel like when I pull it apart, it's like trying to make a heat sink out of it or something. But the winter's almost over, so it's like, But if you have a computer, you can do it right now. You just have to install the software.
Even the Monero Ocean software, I think they have one that just switches between coins, right?
Yeah, probably for the best reference, Monero Ocean has Discord. You can jump on there and ask them. But actually, I don't know, it's not configured for the rate, but they do have like links to software. But I generally recommend it because they explain a lot better on Reddit. Of course, a lot of people are just like giving up mining right now. But it's, like I said, it's contextual. Like you can still, like, the only people who are mining right now are the people who are doing it a lot because they like trying it out. Or they're like playing video games and they're spending electricity anyway. Or, you know, people who do electricity. So, but yeah, they've got a good wiki on here. And it's probably the last coin for small miners, simply because, you know, they try to create a self-network. And you don't. I think it's, well, take that back. Was it Beam? There's a few other ones. Yeah. But it's not, yeah. So, for context, I mean, you don't have to, like, when mine one, it's traded on Binance or whoever accepts it. I know that I saw something on Discord about that. Actually, just shout out, there's a guy that does a lot of YouTube videos, and he's been surviving the winter very hard, but, maybe, I don't know, he's been doing things. I actually should reach out to him about my plugin, but he's like a YouTube. He's got his active Discord. He does a lot of. He's got the space obviously, and he's got a niche, so he does it. He's been doing it for a while, but he's kind of like showing a lot of stuff off. And actually, he turned the GPUs back on for Doom, but. He's lucky in the sense that ASIC people will send him free stuff. know, miners will no longer profitable, but I think he's headed in rush because electricity costs. He said he mined crypto full time at this point.
Does that mean like that's?
I think he had to stop mining crypto. He had to get a job. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, mine's not really meant to be profitable, it's more of a trying to use your cost, right?
Yeah, I feel like it was an interesting concept that you could actually just hook up your computer and like earn money that way. I still think that's useful, but yet I think in a different way that not one single person can be profitable, but if you distribute the cost where it's not like expensive to like one person, like I don't know why there's no gaming company that does this. I mean, if you have the software installed next to your anyway, you can have a miner on there, and you can literally just like earn some potions or some gold or whatever, and just mine for like an hour and you earn that and stuff. And they're doing that anyway because you turn monsters to their servers and a lot of these are free to play games and they make a nice, on what they call the whales, they got the one person out of 100 to 5 the potion. Whereas everyone's got a game computer, they can mine crypto, but I'm sure there's somebody out there thinking about it, but they just never. A lot of people just kind of. The bear market is kind of only the fanatical and the survivalists that made it through. Yeah. But it's I don't know. I feel like there's going to be these cases to where like I don't know if this was like I almost think that if this was designed in a way that you could have like a coin that everyone could have this and. Yeah, it's almost like fat junk commercial, like but I think there's still a mindset that things have to cost money, and that's where miners were in love with the whole idea that you have to like have your money, they can make money with their electricity, which is cost money, but they were making profits. So I think there's some people out there. I think like Tony Berry mentioned this thing about it, but he says that it actually forces people to look for cheapest energy as possible. It's actually pushing, rather than the claim that Bitcoin is destroying the earth because it's like fusion reactor for the wasting, it's forcing miners to look for cheaper energy because, yeah, you want to get most efficient, but also if you can find cheaper electricity, use less electricity elsewhere in the house, change out all your light bulbs, get better ventilation. I mean, I've seen some people out there that they go crazy with trying to get the most out of their electricity because they're miners. And I think this has kind of forced people to kind of revisit that. And some people just straight up give up, like, I'm not doing it anymore. And some people are like, all right, now I'm still doing it.
There's another thing to consider. You know how like if you go on local Bitcoins, you have to pay premium to get Bitcoin, right? People don't mind paying even over first.
Yeah.
Pay like extra 20%.
Yeah.
Well, here you're paying maybe extra for electricity, but you're getting back Bitcoin a lot, but you're still converting.
There was a Peter McCormick podcast where he interviewed somebody from Venezuela, and they were talking about how like the Venezuelans, they were actually confiscating graphics cards at the customs, and and they were doing all this crazy stuff. Even though electricity was more expensive down there, they're literally burning oil out of the ground. It still makes more economic sense because they've got 60,000 inflation, but the Bitcoin's always going to be better no matter how expensive the electricity is.
I spent a lot of time living in Central America, and so I would buy. You're allowed to bring 2 of each thing when you go back to the country, right? So I can bring 2 Macs, I can bring 2 iPods, I can bring 2 iPhones, like 2 of everything without having to pay any tariffs. So what would happen is when people would try to come in and touch a shit ton of iPods or something like that, they would pay the tariffs. And oftentimes people would load up a pickup truck and just drive down and just try to make all the checks and all the orders. So the Venezuelan government confiscating them may have been that the tariffs couldn't be paid. Good. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. The Venezuelan government. Oh, break open the cheesecake.
Yeah.
That you can enjoy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that podcast is really interesting because it kind of struck us. First, the Venezuelan government didn't understand that what was happening, Then somebody must have got smart and like, wait a minute, people are buying Bitcoin. They arrested them for Bitcoin, and they're like, well, this is Bitcoin. And all of a sudden, they confiscated computers. Then they realized it was later. And then they started confiscating gamer computers. And then confiscating anything.
Oh,
and they,
so it wasn't just at custom.
yeah, basically like, well,
Naturally, that's
yeah.
right. So it became that.
Yeah, so basically they were like seeking out any computer hardware that wasn't owned. It's like, it's technically, not only is it illegal to send video cards over to don't actually find it, they're not gonna, they don't go into evidence lockers, they go into, they go into like government facilities. It's actually a really interesting podcast because, call on that. So, I don't know, basically it also covers the petro and everything else there, which is, oh yeah, there's something, there was an ICO apparently for foreigners, because they weren't gonna sell it to locals. Yeah, the petro was basically to buy theoretical oil from the ground, that is taken to tap where they sell to China and Russia, but then China and Russia wouldn't buy it, so then they tried to sell it to the citizens, and it's basically, you know, worthless. It's basically a governmental IPO scam that they sold to their own people and, you know.
They hate this shit coin out of one of the most desired commodities on the planet.
Well, I think the other issue is because everything's broken down, they can't get the oil out of the ground, so you're trying to get foreign investors to do it for them. And wasn't working out so well. Because U.S. sanctions are losers on
You're gonna take the same?
and they're not, unfortunately, they're not. Do you want one video?
Sure.
You said you haven't spent much time in the kitchen. I'm going to give you the.
Would you like help?
Yeah, maybe you should do this.
Oh, thanks.
But, yeah. But,
Dental floss, 13.
yeah, I think it might have should have been frozen.
It is a little bit, but. Okay.
You can go in a second. Maybe I should just do it. But, anyway, again, it's a Peter McCormick's podcast, which also I am now a sponsor. But yeah, I'm actually a Patreon sponsor of Peter McCormick's podcast. He's I wouldn't say he's become a Bitcoin maximalist because he got scammed. So he's like, screw this, I'm just going to be Bitcoin. He wants to think of it. So basically, I don't know, he had Tony Days and a bunch of other people on there. And
The Bitcoin maximalism thing, I think, they're really shitty scores lost. It's like, yeah, Ethereum bomb, smart contract didn't happen. We're gonna see another wave of that's like it right there. That's not fair.
well,
Do you think that will never happen on Ethereum?
So Ethereum bomb, which completely destroyed smart contracts and support for any other smart contract platform.
What about like LeBron?
What about you?
well, get on that.
I don't think we're gonna see anything. I don't think we're gonna see anything solid for a year to 18 months, as far as like a smart contract platform. And I'm afraid to say it because it's a total contradiction of what I've always said, but it could end up being Cardano. It could, maybe, or it's either Cardano or something. What?
Cardano has an incredible team.
Yeah, they have an incredible team. They have an incredible model, and they never ever rush to anything. I'm not saying it's gonna be Cardano, but I'm saying out of anything that exists now, I would say highest probability is Cardano. A super Jesus could come in and save Ethereum, but that's not gonna happen.
You think it's gonna like die slow death or remain?
What, Ethereum?
Yeah.
I think it's dying a pretty fast death.
I think it depends how you frame it, but.
And we're enjoying cheesecake.
I
Thanks for
feel like
watching.
the tree's big
Please
enough
visit
that.
us at vidyen.com. Interested. Find a link to Discord.
It seemed like it stopped recording